What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today on this video, we're going to talk about how you can double your deal size with one simple action. For you guys that don't know me, I'm Gino Palumba, 22 real estate investor here in Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm here to provide as much value to you guys as possible. So let's get into it. So how the heck are we going to double our deal size by one simple thing? And I'm going to tell you what it did for us. So last year, our average deal size was 30 grand. So far in 2022, it's around 60 grand. And what was the difference? The difference is now we list all of our wholesale deals on the multiple listing service, or the MLS. So you might be like, what? You can't do that, right? And check with your local markets. But here in Atlanta, I'm just sharing you with things that have worked for me. And you guys already know, watching my channel, if you haven't, my other videos, I share stuff that's working for us. I'm not saying that you can do it at your place, do your own research, but I know a lot of people doing this nationwide, and it's listing your properties on the multiple listing service. So putting it on the market. And you might say, how can you do that? Well, one, how can you do that? You get a flat fee listing company, or you partner with a realtor. We use a flat fee listing company because it's cheaper. It's about $500 to list our property on the MLS, and obviously we got to pay 3% to a buyer's agent. So that's that. But why would a seller do that, Gino? Oh, good question. So let's just role play a little bit of how it goes down for our AMs, our home buying specialists, right? Acquisition managers. We've had 21 lockups so far this year, and only one of them we did not put on the MLS because the seller got mad at us. So 20 were on the MLS. And how did we do this? Well, we would come in and we have our max allowable offer, right? Our max allowable offer is just determined based on the market price of the house, not ARV, nothing else. Market price of the house minus the fee we want to make, and obviously minus some of the closing costs, because we're gonna have to double close. That's a whole nother story, right? Anything on the MLS that's conventional financing, you want to double close, right? So you have to double close because of lenders. But we can go into that in another video. So it's about 2 grand plus you got to pay the realtor. So let's say in an instance of a home's worth $200,000, you got to pay $500 for your flat fee listing. You got to pay 3% to a buyer's agent. That's $6,000 plus your $500 in flat fee listings. And let's say you have another $1,500 in closing costs, roughly. It's pretty cheap in Georgia, no transfer taxes, right? So that's roughly around 8 grand in cost. So you're at 192, 8 grand minus the 200,000, and say you want to make 30 grand on the deal, right? So your max allowable offer would be 162 for us. And I guarantee you, if you do any of your wholesale numbers, your offer would be low 130s. But since we can leverage MLS, our offers are higher, right? So we're able to offer that 162 and still make our 30 grand profit. But let me break it down now to the seller standpoint, like I was getting into, is let's say our MAO is 162 in this example, and the seller wants 160, right? I'm making it simple for this reason. Or let's say the seller wants 165 initially. So we're going to come in and we're going to give them our low cash offer, right? We're going to give in, we're going to say, hey, your property qualified for $138,000. Gino, that's just way too low. I understand completely, Mr. Seller. What were you hoping for at least? Gino, I would only take $165,000 for my property. I told your lead manager that. Obviously, they don't say lead manager, but I told Jordan that. Perfect. Okay. And so, man, I know we're at 138 and I'm going really quick here. So this is not exactly our process of negotiating, but let's say I was able to get 145 approved. Again, we probably wouldn't jump that up, but again, just for this example, what if we were able to get 145 approved? That probably wouldn't make a difference to you. Gino, I'll be honest with you, 162 is the lowest I would go, and that's it. Well, I know that's my MAO in my head, so I would try again, just coming up a little bit one more time. Hey, so let's just say I know we're playing back and forth here, and it seems like we're not the best fit, but what if I could do 150? I'm not saying I could, but that probably wouldn't even help you at all or help the offer. No, Gino, I only can do 162. I understand, and this is how we pitch here. Here we go, right? So it seems like 162 is important to you, Mr. Seller. And if I had a way to, get you that 162, would you be flexible with me on one thing? What is that? Well, accessibility. Why do you need accessibility, Gino? Well, and again, I'm going real quick here, guys. Accessibility. Why do you need accessibility? Well, Mr. Seller, if we were able to get you 162, what we would need to do is, if we're able to come up there, what we need to be able to do is have access, twice a week, at least an hour at a time, to allow some of our retail investors and other financial partners to come through the property. Well, why do you need those guys to come to the property? Well, again, allowing us to, give you more money. This allows us to give you more money. It's going to allow us to bring more eyes on the property, and bring some other investors and retail partners to come through the property. Now, again, this is how we can get you your 162. Wait for them to say anything. Okay, yeah, I don't mind. A majority of these sellers do not care, because what are they really, really um, worried about? Is their price. It's how they get their price. And what we will then do is go over the agreement with the seller. The agreement says the right to list on the multiple listing service, and we handle any objections from there. I just want to make this quick video. We can go in details if you guys want. Leave a comment down below of really how this works. And maybe I'll do a live Zoom with people, showing you some live calls and going over it. This is something that's changed our business. Crazy, crazy numbers now off the MLS. Big hedge funds that we never even knew existed. Retail buyers, right? You're just going to have to double close on. Bunch of things open up on the MLS. It's the biggest buyers list in the world. So I hope this video gave some value to you. I hope you guys, can take something from this. If you do, please like and subscribe. Please share this video, and thanks for watching.